Well, I hope you enjoyed the weekend. Wherever I went, people have really been enjoying the sunshine. Again, it's been the longest dry streak that we've had, period. Forget about the sun and forget about the warm weather. It's the longest streak of drying out that we've had since the final week of November. Wow. Not running quite as warm today. And you may not have noticed because yesterday we had a bit of an east wind. On Saturday, the temperatures were higher, but the humidity factor, the feels like temperature was lower. Today we have just a light west wind. That's enough to increase the humidity factor somewhat. So although and it's also holding the temperature down, but it may feel even a little bit more warm or sticky to you today. So at coming up on 4:30, these are the temperatures: 73 in Portland, 70 in Salem, 72 in Vancouver. Warmest spot would be Beaverton and Scappoose at 75 degrees, 69 up in Sandy. Again, these are not the highs, but the readings coming up at 4:30 this afternoon. I mentioned it was actually warmer yesterday. So these are the official high temperatures for Saturday. Now, I had forecasted 73 through the weekend. Remember, I said, well, maybe it would be mid 70s. I wasn't sure if I was warm enough. Turns out, not a bad forecast. Yesterday, 76 in Portland, Kelso, Vancouver, Salem, and Scappoose. The record high, remember, on Saturday for Portland, 80 degrees back in the warm March of 1947. So that record stands. 75 Astoria, Hillsboro, McMinnville, the coast. Wow, it was just as warm with a bit of an east wind, just as warm at the beach as the valley. That's typical. Seattle had 73, by the way. Warmest in Oregon yesterday was 77 down in Roseburg. So Portland, Kelso, Vancouver, Salem, Scappoose were pretty close to some of the warmest numbers that we have seen. Want to show you the setup. Here's what's going on. If you look to the left, this is the upper level or satellite picture with the 18,000 foot, 500 millibar contours. And right there, see that 570 contour? That's right across Oregon and Washington. This is the upper level high on the weather map. And notice, bam, it's right on top of us. So that actually brings compressive heating. And I mean, this can go both ways. Highs can be really cold in the winter, but they can also produce the hottest weather that we've seen when you get into the warm months. So this time around, it's really warm weather. You see the next system is back here. Now we're going to have the same ridge over us tomorrow. Tuesday still dry, and then we'll open the door for our next rain chance starting on Wednesday, it looks like. Everybody's sunny. The difference today, east wind yesterday, coast 70s, west wind today. I'll show you in a moment. The coast has really cooled off. We actually had a marine layer of low clouds at the beach this morning, but from Depot Bay, the Channel House camera to Gearhart by the sea, looking back at Tillamook Head, the low cloud deck pushed back out and it's been beautifully sunny. It's just not as warm. The cameras are all just absolutely stunningly gorgeous out there. It's mostly light winds across the area. Now, remember the coast. This is fascinating. Yesterday, an east wind to 15, low to mid 70s, crazy warm. Today, a west northwest wind, 10 to 15, and the temperatures, even with sunshine, have cooled down into the 50s. What a difference getting a wind off the Pacific waters or off of land with an east wind makes. And remember, we talked about this fact that it would be guaranteed warm at the coast Friday and Saturday. Today, I thought maybe there'd even be some clouds, and there were some clouds this morning, but they backed off, but still the west wind keeping it cool. Moving forward at the beach, the show's 67 tomorrow. Tomorrow's interesting because the modeling generally shows a light northwest wind. So if that's true, the coast will not be 67 tomorrow. There may be some 60, 62-degree temperatures if the wind is more light than northwest, but it should be sunny. Tuesday, dry, and then here comes the rainy pattern. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That looks like normal, right? Overnight lows around 40, daytime highs generally low 50s. Okay. Up on the mountain, let's see here. We've been losing, I mean, it hasn't been a horrible melt off. It's been like 3 to 4 inches at the resorts of melted snow each day since we've become really warm. So yeah, you're going to lose some snow, but it hasn't been horrifically high. 54 out there right now, 60 at Meadows. Wow, 46 at Ski Bowl at 5,000 feet. Look at Government Camp, 61 degrees. It's kind of tough to tell because of the shadowing, but obviously that's just bare pavement with a temperature of 61. They'll be back up in the 50s at Government Camp tomorrow. I have 51 Tuesday. It stays dry the next 2 days. And then here come the showers. Now we'll talk about this in a moment, but the weather patterns upcoming are generally fairly weak. I mean, I've got 0 to 3 inches with a snow level of 5,000 feet Wednesday. That's rain showers at government camp. I've got a snow level still above 4,000 feet Thursday. I've got a snow level right at government camp Friday. Maybe there's some accumulating snow at 4,000 feet up to 7 when you get at Meadows and up to Timberline and Timberline Base. All right, we'll get back to some forecast numbers in a moment. I want to show you the setup. So here is that upper level ridge that we saw a moment ago. This is the European upper level flow pattern. Again, right on top of us with strong ridging all the way up into Canada. Here's the polar jet. This is where the cold air is, generally speaking, that blue contour. By cold air, snow levels about 2,000 feet when you get the polar jet over our area. Now, not much change tomorrow. Here is tomorrow afternoon, upper level high still on top of us. Tuesday is going to be dry, but look what happens. Look, you can see visually the ridge is now sinking to the or dropping to the south and weakening. We'll start to pick up a bit more of a cooling west flow. And then that first weather system, which, often when you get a strong ridge, the first front end is weak. And that's what we're going to see this time on Wednesday. So here's the polar jet still well to our north. Here's a weak trough Wednesday afternoon. I mean, I think we're going to get some rain probably developing during the day Wednesday, but it may not be much, okay? Wednesday could still have a lot of dry time and not a bad day. It just will be cooler. And then we have a shower chance Thursday afternoon. There's this next system approaching. And notice this is a deeper trough. There's a 546 low. That's quite chilly, actually. But again, maybe not much rain Thursday. There's a system Thursday overnight, Friday looks to be our first shot of some decent rain. Thursday overnight and a Friday. And by decent rain, I'm looking at my notes here. Yeah, the models right now are showing maybe 0.3 of an inch of rain. That's not a lot, but it's at least a decent little soak, right? And there's that extended trough. Now, we've also got ongoing shots of rain this weekend. And if I play this into Sunday, here's Saturday morning, here's Saturday afternoon. Okay, notice the polar jet over the weekend. So we have that front that comes in Thursday overnight and Friday. Eventually behind that front on Friday, colder air does drop in. And snow levels could get down as low as 2,000 feet in the Cascades Saturday and Sunday. Now, the American GFS model is not as cold, but it still shows a snow level that would be about 3,000 feet in the Cascades with some decent snow. Remember, this upcoming weekend is the kickoff weekend into Oregon spring break. And if I just play this Sunday, but you get the idea, the whole weekend is kind of in this chilly trough. It's a matter of, are the snow levels 2,000 or 3,000 feet? And I mean, like Saturday, the models are going to 0.5 inch of rain for us. So that's a pretty chilly, wet upcoming weekend overall. And then if I just keep playing this, you see another trough back here. We mentioned before, it still looks like once that first system arrives Wednesday, the rest of March is just kind of typical. So that's some, a handful of days with some rain and a lot of days with highs probably only in the 50s. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Let's talk about how much rain. So this is all dry Tuesday afternoon. This is the GFS model. This is Wednesday, the first shot of rain coming in. About 1/10 of an inch of rain inland Wednesday afternoon, coast and valley. So that's pretty weak, right? Thursday, we get another 1/10 of an inch of rain. Now Portland's up to maybe 22 100s. And then we get that rain Thursday overnight through Friday. So now we've doubled it. Now this shows a good 1/4 of an inch of rain, which would take our week total up to about 1/2 of an inch in Portland. And then Saturday, there's another 1/4 of an inch. Sunday, another 1/4 of an inch. And all of a sudden, we're up to an inch. But you see, there's really very little rain Wednesday, not much Thursday. Thursday night and Friday, we start getting a decent soak. And then the weekend, we get a decent soak. And pretty widespread, right? I mean, about an inch for the week through the weekend up in Seattle, about the same in Portland. 3/4 of an inch of rain, maybe down toward Medford. So, all right. Right now, here's all the spots if it's 70. Seattle, yeah. Portland, 73. Medford, 72. So check out some temperature forecasts real quick. So chance of showers, pretty much everybody starts Wednesday. Remember, they haven't been as warm in Southern Oregon as we have been up here. This shows 63 on Monday. 50s on Tuesday, but everybody's dry until Wednesday. And then Wednesday, generally speaking, a lot of us are going to see those high temperatures hold in the 50s. 70 over in Bend. Beautiful day tomorrow, 73. Beautiful day Tuesday, 74. They're underneath that center of that ridge. Wednesday's dry over there. That first system is weak. Thursday's dry. Remember, we're not going to get much rain Wednesday or Thursday, in fact, here on the west side. And then you've got the rain chances catching up in Central Oregon Friday going into the weekend of temperatures cooling off, maybe only a high 47 on Sunday. One more stop. Let's run it up to Seattle. 66 tomorrow, 66 Tuesday. There's that rain coming in Wednesday. This shows the rain chances a little more aggressive up north. Maybe, maybe not. Highs in the 50s. Pretty similar to what Portland's looking at. And here's my 7-day forecast for the Rose City, courtesy of Hazeldale Tire Pros. Certainly at least 70 or better tomorrow. The record tomorrow, by the way, is only 71. That's the one record that we ought to break. Tuesday, the modeling is giving us 70, but I think there's enough of a west wind flow that will hold in the upper 60s. We'll see. I've got us to 67 or 68. And then showers developing Wednesday. Thursday, not much total rain. Thursday, a dry morning, and then some late day showers. Wouldn't be much. And actually, I need to rewrite this. Pardon me. Has this not been updated? Okay, I haven't updated the graphics since I made some changes. So let me read it to you. Friday is a rainy day, a high 57 degrees. Saturday's a rainy day, a high 53. And then pretty much likely rain on Sunday and a temperature of 51. I apologize, that graphic's not updated, but it will be soon. And you can find it on my portlandweather.com website. All right. Well, 2 more dry days. Let's enjoy it. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll talk to you soon.